we met at work, and we were working in a bindery shop 7 days a week, nights. Then I got to talking to her on our breaks, and just really just thought, wow, what a wonderful, wonderful woman. She's just a beautiful person and just so exciting, so very exciting. We did end up getting married, but
neither one of us were really in Christ at that time either.
No.
We were doing it all on our own, and which is why I think we had so many problems.
Thought, hey, I'm good. I got all my bases covered is the way I looked at it. Yeah, I think I got all my bases covered. I was raised in the church. What more do I need?
And I could tell you that I knew who Christ was, but I didn't need him. I had no desire to depend upon Christ at all. Big mistake.
Unfortunately, because Christ was not in the middle of this marriage, almost from day one, we started having problems. Although from the outside it looked good.
Oh, yeah.
But we quickly became two people just going through the motions together. We lived in the same house, but we were becoming very, very separate people.
That indifference was driving a wedge between my husband and I and pushing him farther and farther away.
And pretty soon I started getting attention where I wasn't getting the attention at home, and I started enjoying that. And it was the vanity that really I fell. And always thought I was pretty good because I could play around, joke around, and never cross that line. And that's a dangerous path to go down because I was not that strong of a person, and I was that vain of a person. And sure enough, it was only a matter of time, and I ended up having an affair. Real shortly after that, I had started going to church, and most of the time I would go by myself.
Yes.
And I thought, man, what am I doing with my life here? There's more to this. There is more to sitting in church. How can I be doing the things that I've been doing, and I'm sitting in church? There's something really wrong here. And so I just, right then, started praying to God and said, I don't know what it is, but I know I'm missing something, and I'm going to look for it. And went home and started reading and looking for God myself, and I gave my life to Christ right there. I didn't wait to go to a church. I went downstairs, laid down on the floor, and turned everything over. After I'd given my life to Christ, I said, Lord God, this marriage was never done, even though it was done in a church, and we did, we asked for your blessing on it. We never put you in it. We never actually invited you into this marriage. And I was like, this is not a marriage that's honoring you, and I don't want that. I don't want that anymore. And so I started praying for God to come and to renew this marriage.
All the opportunities that I had to go to God, to ask him to come and help me, the one opportunity that I took was to go to him and pray, God, this man has done all these terrible things to me. Don't you smite people anymore? And that's what I wanted. I wanted God to smite my husband, That was where I was in my walk with Christ. Through all of this pain, all of this misery, finally I had decided that I wanted Christ in my life. I had decided to quit fighting it, and why? Because I saw, as miserable as I was trying to make my husband daily, I wanted that peace. So I started going to church. I wanted to have that relationship. It was no longer about Paul and me. It was no longer about the shortcomings of our life and the things that we had done wrong. It was about me and Christ. And when it became about me and Christ, then the things that had happened between Paul and I were just really not that significant.
And then I was reading, and I believe it's in Isaiah, where he talks about refining, and he refining in fire. And that's exactly what was happening to our marriage. He was refining our marriage, but he had to bring all the junk that we had put into this marriage, bring it to the top under fire, so that he could take that away. That was the only way he could renew our marriage.
How do you forgive? And you draw closer to Christ. That's the only way that you can do it.
Oh my, if Christ forgave us, Christ will forgive anybody. Today our marriage is just phenomenal. The amazing thing is the more time we spend drawing closer to Christ and putting God as the center of our lives, the more strength He has built into this marriage, and the more love we love each other in a way that we were incapable of before.
The fact that we came so close, as I said, to just throwing it all away, to just throwing in the towel and saying, it's not worth it, you hurt my feelings, it's over, it's done. And then now we look at our lives today and see how rich and full and how much God has blessed us, and it's wonderful.